when you think about it, from like the first season to now, we've seen Jukebox go through so much stuff, right? Like just traumatic event after traumatic event. The first season, her and this like teenage love with Nicole, only for Nicole to die. Last season, her reconnecting with her mom, the whole pray the gay away kind of thing and whatnot. Ultimately, her mom's rejection of her, and then like that violent experience with the church and all of that, only for her mom to then die. And this, she kind of, I wouldn't say that she became friends with Burke, but somewhat forming a connection with her, only for Burke to then die. And so it was just, traumatic experience after traumatic experience. Her rocky relationship in the beginning with Marvin. And it's like, here it is where things seem to be turning a corner. Her relationship with Marvin has improved. Lou has been a little bit inconsistent, but, starting to, after their issues last season with the record label and stuff like that, them working on rebuilding their relationship, though he kind of, failed to show up for her at the audition. But here it is that finally something seems to be going in her favor, where her talent is being recognized. Beyond that, it seems that not only that they're interested in her talent, but they're seemingly willing to accept her as she is. And, it was looking like a potential win for Jukebox. And I thought it was actually really sweet that her and Kanan bumped into each other at the pizza shop, right? We see Marvin is very proud of her. Lou is kind of beating himself up over failing to come through for Jukebox, but happy for her nonetheless. And it was cool to see Lou and Marvin kind of joking around with each other and whatnot. We see them hanging out with each other. And then to see Kanan and Jukebox kind of link back up. Where, not to say that there's been any static or drama or anything like that between them, but just that they've been doing their own thing and have somewhat drifted apart, So it's nice to see them back together again as well, right? Given the very close relationship, almost like brother and sister relationship that they had in the first season, and even into last season, where for some period they were both living with RAQ. So now to see them reconnect and to see how happy Kanan is for Jukebox, that here's something for them to celebrate and to be proud about when they've both been through so much, Jukebox especially. I thought it was actually really sweet of him to take her out to dinner and for them, away from their parents, away from the adults in their lives, to get away and go to like this nice restaurant where it's just the two of them as cousins hanging out, celebrating the success for Jukebox. But I do find it telling that it speaks to the distance that's kind of developed between them, where automatically like Jukebox is really sharp, and picks up on it that this is a very expensive restaurant. Kanan doesn't have like an after school job or anything like that. He's not really taking money from RAQ anymore. So where are you getting money from to afford a dinner like this at a nice restaurant? Right? And so he kind of, probably knowing that she tried to discourage him from continuing down this path, that, he lies to her about where he got the money from. And, but putting that aside, they go out, they have this nice dinner where he expresses that, on the one hand, he's happy for her to have this success and he's proud of her, right? Like, much like Marvin, he's shouting it from the rooftop, wants everyone to know, that this thing is happening for Jukebox and how proud he is. But at the same time, kind of this, fear might not be the word, but trying to make the best of the situation and to have like this last hurrah of sorts, because he expects her to go on to great things and he won't necessarily be a part of that. You know, he's proud for her, he's happy for her, but at the same time, it's a bittersweet kind of thing because they're now going to move in different circles, right? If this music thing comes through for Jukebox. So it was kind of sweet to see them reconnect. But I do find it telling that within these two scenes that are kind of back to back, you see Jukebox and Kanan reconnecting, and you then see Marvin and Lou reconnecting. And the fifth person from the original Thomas group was RAQ. But RAQ is kind of like the man on the outside, right? Like, there's no one really within the family that she's connected to, right? Like, I mean, her and Marvin are cool, her and Jukebox are cool, but she's kind of alienated Kanan and Lou. And so here it is once again, this thing of her in this big house without her family, right? Unique is there, where she had this vision of having this house and having it become the family home. You see that as time goes on, it's like the family isn't there. You know, it's her and she has this house and she has this money and the material trappings of what she was pursuing, but she's lost her family in the process.
Thanks for tuning in. To ensure you don't miss any episodes, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, and check out my playlist. Go ahead and click the thumbs up button if you like what